While it's easy to celebrate results in the classroom, it's also vital to help students see that learning is an effortful process. They'll need to clear some hurdles along the way. Teaching them to recognize those moments of frustration as opportunities to practice the skill of getting back on track is essential. Here are 5 simple strategies to help students hit the metacognitive reset button when they're feeling overwhelmed. Sometimes academic vocabulary can work as a cognitive roadblock that prevents students from getting started. Try asking them to put questions into their own words. A prompt like, "What's the theme of the passage?" could be rewritten to, "What's the big idea of this part?" While you'll want them to get the academic language eventually, by rephrasing the question, students can locate for themselves the concept that they're being asked to consider. It often feels counterintuitive to stop for a moment, especially when it looks like a student is falling behind. But encouraging them to hit the pause button is often the best way to break the cycle of unproductive thinking. Try building explicit pauses into assignments to remind students to reflect on their process as they work, or let them take a breath or step into the hallway for a moment to reset their brain. It can feel isolating to not know the answer, but students don't have to work all on their own. Their classmates can provide a fresh perspective that jumpstarts thinking. Try telling your students to use their neighbor as a sounding board. Sometimes all it takes is a simple "tell me more" from a peer to prompt a more reflective response. When students check each other's work or provide feedback, it reinforces the learning process. The scramble to complete an assignment often leads to rushed thinking. Try discouraging the phrase "I'm done" and ask students to replace it with "How can I make this better?" or "How can I solve this another way?" This emphasizes the process of thinking and encourages students to evaluate the quality of their work and refine it further before moving on. It's common for students to accept that they understand most of a concept rather than all of it, developing a good enough mentality that can result in challenges later on. Try taking a moment at the end of class to ask, "What was most confusing about today's lesson?" This can help students reflect on their comprehension and actively assess whether there are any muddy points in their understanding. A quick metacognitive reset can help remind students that part of the learning process is sharpening the skill of learning, and it can provide them with the tools to regroup rather than retreat.